Hey guys, Miss English here. Boy, what a week I have had. I'm tired. It's 10:30 on a Sunday. Anyway, thank you guys. A lot of you said really nice things about my partner. He's feeling a little bit better. One of the symptoms of coronavirus is losing your sense of taste and smell. So he lost his sense of taste and smell, and that's such a weird thing to think about. I feel like I love food so much. So losing my sense of taste would be really difficult and just like relying on texture. But he's doing a little bit better every day. Um, I'm okay. I'm tired. You can see the bags under my eyes. Look, oh, that's rough. Anyway, my son is okay. Everybody's okay. We're gonna get through it. It's just been a stressful time. Anyways, um, welcome to day one of the short story unit. This week we're going to be reading a short story called The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. I think you're going to like it. It kind of catches you off guard, to be honest. It's a very famous short story. A lot of people have read it. It was published in 1948. And it's interesting. It's an interesting look at fictional culture. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through the assignment for today and tomorrow. It's pretty simple. You're going to read it. You're going to answer questions. There are going to be two assignments. The first one is the guided notes. So the things that we go through today in class. We're not in class. You get what I mean. And then the comprehension questions. So pretty straightforward stuff that you've already done before, but I just wanted to shoot you a video so you could see my beautiful face. Rare beauty. Also tell you that I miss you so much and I love you. So let's get going. Hang on. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm looking at somebody's poetry portfolio. Oh no, that's not what I'm doing. Here we go. Your poetry portfolios were so good. Most of them were so good. A lot of you included the visual representations of your poem, which was like delish. And some of you guys are like really talented and I'm really happy and impressed. I mean, I know you're talented, but I was pretty blown away by some of this stuff. Anyways, let's go. Okay. Hey, y'all. Short story unit day 1 and 2. Okay, so we're gonna look at a common theme across several short stories. So each short story is gonna give you kind of a message about the universe, if you will. And I tried to pick short stories that would kind of all link together because at the end of this, I would like to see a sort of longer written assignment about it. It's not gonna be that difficult. It's gonna be fine. When you read these stories, I want you to have the following question in mind. How do individuals confront or overcome adversity? Okay, so not only how do they overcome obstacles, because there are some times where people just don't, but how do they react when faced with adversity? So are there people who are like, oh, this is difficult, I give up, versus people who are like, this is difficult and I'm going to push through? So I want you to be thinking about that as we are reading these short stories, because it's going to come up in different ways in different stories. And I'm interested to see how you see it as opposed to how I see it. Okay. This unit, we're going to cover setting. We already know what that is. Theme, talked about that before. Symbols, we talked about symbolism for a while. And then characterization, which we covered twice this year. Okay, all of which we have spoken about this year. I would never bring up something that you've never heard of before. Here are the guided notes. So in your assignment, you're going to see a sheet of paper with guided notes that look exactly like this, except there are blanks. You need to fill in the blanks. Okay. A short story is a piece of fiction that is typically read in one sitting and focuses on a single incident or a series of linked incidents with the intent of evoking a single effect or mood. Okay, so a short story is one of those things where you can kind of just sit down for 20 or 30 minutes, read it. It usually talks about one incident or one thing, whereas like in a book there are a bunch of different events that link together. There are some short stories that are really, really long. This one, however, the one that we're going to read today is probably, I don't know, it'll probably take you about 20 minutes to read it. I think the audiobook version that I uploaded or that I linked in Google Classroom is only about 17 minutes. So it's short. Okay, the key words for the story today that you're going to be reading: tone. So we're going to be thinking about how you think the author was feeling as they were writing the piece. We're going to think about mood. So what is the emotional impact on the reader or you? Okay. And then we're going to be thinking about culture. Culture is basically just this idea of how does a group or a community feel about, you know, certain aspects of society. That could be like, okay, what is their music of preference? What is their food of preference? Religion, educational philosophies, that kind of a thing. We're going to see a very interesting culture in this short story. It is one that I think will surprise you. The story starts off very like normal, and then it kind of takes a turn. So I'm interested to see what you guys think. Okay, so here's the instructions for the assignment. Complete the guided notes, which we went over 2 slides ago. You're going to read the story. Okay, if you don't want to read it, I would recommend pulling it up and then listening to the audiobook version on YouTube, which is a link that I put up in Google Classroom. And then you're going to answer the comprehension questions and then just turn it in. So you're going to be turning in 2 documents, the guided notes document and the comprehension questions document. Okay. If you have an IEP and you need modified assignments, I want you to read the summary of the lottery and answer questions 1, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. That's only if you require modified assignments. I'm really looking forward to hear your reactions. We'll talk about this more at the end of the week, but I think that you guys will like this short story. Even though it was published in 1948, it still kind of has that feeling of like, oh, we're a community, so we're all kind of doing the same thing. Everybody jump on the bandwagon kind of deal. So, yeah. Anyway. Man, I do not look great. It's okay. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I miss you, and I hope you enjoy this story. I want to hear about what you think, and I will talk to you soon. Reach out to me if you have any specific questions, meaning you've gone through all the instructions and you don't understand a specific thing about the instructions or a specific thing about a question or a specific thing about the story. Feel free to ask me about that stuff. Do not ask me, quote, what do I do? Okay. I love you so much, miss you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Oh my, yeah.